Hello everyone. In the previous video we have discussed about the representation of a cell and writing of cell reaction from the representation. In this video we are going to discuss about how to determine the electrode potential and hence the cell potential by using reference electrode. We know that every oxidation must be accompanied by reduction. The reason is that the electron released in oxidation must have somewhere to go. The occurrence of only oxidation or reduction is not possible at all. In a galvanic cell, oxidation occurs at anode. The electron released flow through the external circuit to cathode, where they are used for reduction. The sum of these oxidation and reduction processes is the redox reaction that occurs inside the cell. This redox reaction is associated with a potential called cell potential, which can be measured experimentally. The experimental measurement is possible because there are both oxidation and reduction reactions occurring simultaneously. The cell potential is the algebraic sum of the two electrode potentials. This implies that the half reaction at each electrode is associated with a potential called electrode potential. However, it is not possible to measure the potential of a single electrode where only either oxidation or reduction occurs. It therefore follows that for the measurement of potential there must be two electrodes, one accompanied with oxidation and the other with reduction. If the potential of one of the electrodes is 0, then the measured EMF of the cell will be equal to the potential of the other electrode. Thus, for the measurement of a potential of a single electrode, it must be combined with another electrode whose potential is 0. It is therefore necessary to choose an arbitrary standard electrode as a reference point. It has to be assigned an arbitrary potential of 0 volt. The potentials of other electrodes are then expressed relative to the reference electrode. The standard hydrogen electrode with hydrogen gas at 1 atmospheric pressure in contact with 1 molar solution of H plus ion is chosen as a reference electrode. The half reaction of SHE, written either oxidation or reduction, is considered to be associated with a potential of 0 volt. SHE is called primary reference electrode. Primary reference. There are two reference electrodes, primary reference and secondary reference. The primary reference, that is SHE, is not that much convenient to use, so another electrodes are used such as calomel electrode, silver chloride electrode, glass electrode. These electrodes are used because the potentials of these electrodes are determined by using SHE and its value is known exactly. Its exact value of the potential can be known. It is known from the primary reference, that is SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. So, standard hydrogen electrode is an example of primary reference whose potential is arbitrarily taken as 0, and the secondary reference, the potentials of these electrodes are exactly known using SHE, exactly determined using SHE, this standard hydrogen electrode, and its value is known exactly. So examples of the secondary reference are calomel electrode, silver chloride electrode, glass electrodes. So we cannot determine electrode potential of the single electrode. We must connect it with the another electrode. There must be oxidation half and reduction half. Then only the cell gets completed, and we can determine the electrode potential by connecting one of the electrodes as a reference electrode. See the construction of standard hydrogen electrode, that is SHE. In this, a vessel is taken, and in this vessel H plus ion solution is filled having 1 molar concentration. Here the solution filled is H plus ion solution having 1 molar concentration, and in this solution a platinum plate is immersed. This is the platinum plate coated with the platinum black. Coated with the platinum black on this surface of this platinum plate is coated with the platinum black. This platinum black increases the surface area for the reaction to occur. This gives the surface area, increased surface area. This allows the increased surface area. So this platinum plate is coated with the platinum black, and it increases the surface area for the reaction to occur. And this platinum plate is fused to the platinum wire, and later this platinum wire is connected to the copper wire, and in this mercury is filled. This is surrounded by mercury. The connection of this platinum wire and the copper wire, it is embedded. These two wires are embedded. These two metallic wires are embedded in the mercury. This is filled with the mercury. You can see here. This copper wire is required for the connection later. For connecting, this copper end is used. Now, this copper wire and platinum wire are fused in a glass tube, and this glass tube is covered by a glass jacket. Such a type of jacket you can see here, which has one inlet. This is the jacket. So this tube, glass tube, it is covered by a glass jacket which has one inlet in it for the hydrogen gas. So through this inlet, a pure and dry hydrogen gas at 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled through this inlet of the jacket. And the reaction takes place on this platinum plate. The site of the reaction is the platinum plate. Here the reaction occurs. Both reaction occurs. If this electrode is connected as a oxidation half, then reaction occurring on this will be oxidation. If this connected as a reduction half, the reaction occurring on this will be reduction. So this work as a oxidation half or reduction half depends on its connection with which it is connected. It depends on with which it is connected. Its working depends on with which it is connected. So here this is about the setup. But difficulty in setting SHE is that to obtain pure and dihydrogen gas is very difficult. To obtain pure and dry hydrogen gas is difficult, as moisture may enter into that hydrogen gas. We need pure and dry hydrogen gas. So obtaining this gas is difficult. These are the difficulties in setting SHE. This is the first difficulty. The second difficulty is we need to maintain the pressure as 1 atmosphere. That is little difficult. As well as we need to maintain the concentration 1 molar, which is highly difficult, because when we bubble this hydrogen gas, so due to this the evaporation of that water molecules from this solution, due to this its in concentration may increase. So maintaining 1 molar concentration, it is bit difficult due to bubbling of H2 gas into the solution. Evaporation of water may take place. This results in changing the concentration of solution. So these three difficulties are there in setting He. First difficulty is to obtain pure and dry hydrogen gas. Maintaining 1 atmospheric pressure throughout is difficult. Then maintaining 1 molar concentration is highly difficult, because continuously we bubble hydrogen and hydrogen gas in it, and due to this evaporation of water may take place. As the solvent decreases, concentration may increase. So due to this, the hydrogen using of hydrogen gas electrode or standard hydrogen electrode, it is bit difficult, it is not that much convenient. Its electrode formulation is like this. Standard hydrogen electrode is represented as, we know that a single electrode when we represent, we by convention we need to show a first ionic species which is in contact with its electrode. So here first we have shown the H plus ions which is in contact with the hydrogen gas, and in turn this all is contact in the platinum electrode. This reaction takes place on the platinum electrode. Platinum is inert, it does not take part in that reaction, just it allows the surface area for the reaction to occur on it. Corresponding electrode reaction, we know that when we write the electrode reaction, we preferably write its reduction reaction. This is by convention we write reduction reaction. So reduction of hydrogen ions takes place to give hydrogen gas. The pressure is 1 atmosphere. Its potential arbitrarily taken as a 0 volt potential. So this is about the electrode formulation and electrode reaction of the standard hydrogen electrode. Application of SHE. SHE is used in the determination of standard electrode potential. We know that in a galvanic cell there will be 2 half cells. 2 half cells are needed. We cannot make a cell with only 1 electrode. We cannot make a cell with only 1 electrode. Hence we cannot determine the potential of this single electrode. For that we need to connect other half, that is the necessity of this one. Other half is required. Oxidation should be followed by the reduction here. So if we connect another half electrode, reference electrode, if it is connected as the another half electrode, and reference electrode has got a 0 potential, so here whatever the cell potential we read on the voltmeter will be the potential of this another electrode. Whatever the cell potential we read on the voltmeter will be the potential of the another electrode which is connected, because reference electrode has got the value 0, that is standard hydrogen electrode has got the value, potential value 0. So here determination of standard electrode potential. Electrode potential can be determined by using the SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. See here, zinc half is connected with this SHE, standard hydrogen electrode, and the potential of this is arbitrarily taken as 0. Whatever the cell potential we read, that is the potential of this electrode only. See here, this is the zinc half. This is the standard hydrogen electrode. Both these are connected internally with the salt bridge and externally connected with the wire through the voltmeter. Now here, voltmeter, here whatever the reading we read on the voltmeter, that is nothing but the potential of the zinc. So how it is calculated? We know that E naught of cell is equal to E naught of cathode minus E naught of anode, or E naught of right minus E naught of left. Here right is hydrogen, cathode is hydrogen, standard hydrogen electrode SHE, and left is zinc electrode. So we will put here standard hydrogen electrode is right and zinc is left. So right minus left, E naught of right minus E naught of left we have put here, and we know that E naught of hydrogen is 0, SHE is 0, E naught of SHE is 0. So here we get the value minus E naught. So E naught of cell is nothing but the minus E naught of zinc. E naught of cell 0 minus E naught of zinc. So here E naught of cell, which is read on that voltmeter, is 0.76 volt. So this will be equal to minus E naught of zinc. So E naught of zinc will be minus 0.76 volt. This is the electrode potential of the zinc. So in this way, by connecting one of the electrode as a reference electrode, we can determine the electrode potential, because the electrode potential of, in this way we can determine the electrode potential by connecting one of the electrode as a reference electrode. The measured EMF of the cell is equal to the standard potential of zinc electrode. Similarly, we can determine the standard potential of copper electrode. Here SHE is connected as the left half and copper is connected as the right half. Internally and externally the circuit is completed. Internally the contact is given by the salt bridge. The contact between the two half cells is established by the salt bridge, and externally these are connected with the metallic wire, and in between voltmeter is connected to measure the potential, to measure cell potential. We can read here cell potential on the voltmeter. So when the circuit is complete, whatever the cell potential measured, it is 0.34 volt. Now here we know that E naught of cell is equal to E naught of right or cathode minus E naught of left, that is anode. E naught of right, here we are going to determine cathode is copper, minus E naught of left, left is SHE hydrogen gas, its potential is 0, and cell potential measured is plus 0.34 volt. When we determine this, when we solve this, we get E naught of the right is equal to plus 0.34 volt. So E naught of right, means that is copper electrode, is equal to plus 0.34 volt. So this is the potential of the copper. Now from the potential of the zinc and from the potential of the copper, we can determine the cell potential. We can determine cell potential because we know that cell potential is the algebraic sum of oxidation potential and reduction potential. So here both the potentials we have obtained by using the reference electrode. So E naught of cell is equal to E naught of right minus E naught of left, and the E naught of right, just now we have obtained the value 0.34 volt, and minus E naught of left we have determined, that is 0.76 volt. When we sum up 0.34, minus minus becomes plus 0.76. So this becomes 1.11 volt. So this is the cell potential, and cell potential is always positive value. Cell potential is always positive value, and remember, E naught of right will be higher value, E naught of left will be lower value. So E naught of right has the higher potential, E naught of left has the lower potential, then only the cell potential will be positive. So in order to get the cell potential positive, E naught of right is more than the higher value, E naught of left is lower value, or the electrode potential of the cathode is higher than the electrode potential of the anode, then the cell potential is positive. Always the cell potential will be positive value. In this way we can determine the cell potential from the electrode potentials, and the electrode potentials are determined by connecting one of the electrode as a reference electrode. Here reference electrode used is the primary reference electrode. Example is standard hydrogen electrode, that is SHE, standard hydrogen electrode. So in this way we have discussed the measurement of electrode potential and hence cell potential. Thank you.